Hello, everybody. I'm here to cover the box Devel. You can find this box out on hackthebox.eu. So I'm already connected via VPN, as we do each time we connect to any of these machines or try to connect. Let's just go ahead and run a ping command because that's always good to see if the machine will actually respond to a ping. It's just a signal to say, "Hey, are you there?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm here." Okay, from there we're going to run nmap. And nmap is a tool which will tell you what ports are open on that machine so you can figure out what applications are running. Um, so let's just go ahead and run this. This is something I've just learned to remember, but it's best to always take notes. And I will go over what this means in just 1 second. So SC means safe scripts. This means just run basically a vulnerability scan against it. Don't run anything that may harm the computer or host. SB means verbose, so give me as much information as you can. O means output, and A means just give me all the format. So give me an Excel file, give me an mmap file. Um, this is just basic. You don't have to do it this way. There's a million different ways to run nmap. This is just the most like basic way. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you over here while this is running. All right, actually it already came back, so let's just go ahead and look at the results. Port 21 is open, FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. The version is Microsoft. And port 80 is open, which is HTTP, used for the internet, and Microsoft IIS is running. So we know that a web server is running, right? Uh, Microsoft IIS 7.5 is some information we can just jot down in order to look and see if it's susceptible to any exploits. So the most interesting thing to note here is that it says anonymous FTP login allowed. Most people that are in the tech industry already know what that means, or it's easy to forget these little nuances or whatever. But anonymous FTP login allowed is self-explanatory. It means basically you can just log in without a password, and you can use the login ID as anonymous. If you don't know this, you could have just Googled it and just typed into Google, what is anonymous FTP login allowed? And it would tell you right off the bat. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually connect via FTP. It's asking us for our login, which we'll just put anonymous. And it doesn't matter what you put as a password. And boom, just like that, we are connected via FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. It's used to transfer files. So we could see right now if we are able to transfer any files to this web server. Let's go ahead and just create a file over here. We'll call it test.html. If I can type, make sure it's there. It's there. And we're going to use the put method, which just means we're going to run this command. Put this file here. Let's see if it's really there. And as you can see, test.html is there. All right, so we were able to upload a file, but that doesn't really do us any good, right? We want to be able to gain a shell or get access to the hard drive. In order to do that, we're going to go over here and open up Metasploit. So MSF console. I don't know why I keep been on the computer too long today. It'll take a second to load. We're just going to search for a module we can use against this machine. And I'm already going to jump to the fact that we know what that command line is because it's really common. It's Windows / interpreter / reverse TCP. So it's the way we're going to make a connection. So let's just go ahead and type out this command. P for path, Windows, interpreter. And we're going to set the listening host to 10.10.16. .43, and that's just my IP address. And my listing port, you could set this to anything. Let's just set it to 4444 format. We're going to make it an ASPX file. And the reason that is because Microsoft IAS uses ASP.NET framework. So that's the file type. So it'll actually communicate but using the same language essentially. We'll just call this test.aspx. Okay, like we did earlier with the test.html file, we are going to upload that to via FTP. So let's log back in. You'll get kicked out after just a few seconds. So you have to log back in, and we are going to use that put command to upload our ASPX file now. So what we did is we appended that interpreter session to this file, and now it is uploaded. Okay, just to give you like a visual, earlier we created that ASPX file with these parameters. I put it in a one-liner, but just so you can visually see what happened here, this is what the payload is set to. So it's set to our IP address and the 444 port. Let's go ahead and set up our exploit. So the command we're going to use with the interpreter session is use exploit /multi/handler. And we're going to set the same parameters as we did earlier. So set payload. The only thing that's going to be different is we're setting the payload to the interpreter session. So set payload Windows and reverse to our IP address. Set the port the same. And let's just go ahead and launch this. So it says we started a TCP handler. Perfect. But we must go out to a browser and actually browse to the file to make the connection. So let's just go ahead and hit refresh so you can see the difference. If you go back to the handler page, it now says the session is opened. So now we're actually in. If you do sysinfo, you will see that this is a Windows 7 machine, the computer name, the domain, and stuff like that. You can do system info to maybe get some information on what hot fixes have been applied. I always run the wrong command for this, switching between Windows and Linux. Let's just put that aside for now. We're at least in there. Let's just hit shell, and you will see that we are now under C Windows. So you can actually just go up a couple levels. You could browse around, poke around in there, or you can go straight to the C drive and see that there's a users folder and maybe get some information there. So we're in, all is well.